I still remember that night. The laughter, the whispers, and how every single one of them thought I was being dramatic when I left the party early. But if I told you what I found out later, you'd understand why walking away was the smartest thing I ever did. What none of them knew was that I had proof, real, time-stamped proof, sitting quietly in my phone, waiting for the right moment to destroy every fake smile in that room. But before I tell you how I turned the tables, make sure to hit like and subscribe, because what happened next will make you rethink every friend you've ever trusted. It all started 2 months ago. My name's Claire, and I've always been the quiet one in our friend group. Not shy exactly, just observant. My best friend, or so I thought, Megan, was the total opposite. Loud, charming, and somehow always the center of every story. We'd been close for years, but lately something felt off. Whenever I'd entered the room, conversations would suddenly shift. People would glance at each other, exchange subtle smirks. At first, I brushed it off, paranoia maybe, but it got worse. One afternoon, I overheard Liam, one of the guys in our circle, say, "Don't tell Claire, she'll probably record it." Everyone laughed. My stomach twisted. What were they talking about? That weekend, Megan hosted a party. It was supposed to be casual, just drinks, music, and friends hanging out, but the moment I walked in, I felt the tension. Eyes followed me, but smiles stayed fixed. You know that fake friendliness that feels like a knife behind your back? That was the vibe. I tried to ignore it. I grabbed a drink, chatted with a few people, and pretended not to notice when Megan whispered something to Tara, and they both giggled, glancing my way. Then I saw something that froze me. Megan's phone lit up, and my name popped up on the screen. Not as a message, but in a group chat name. It read, Project Claire, emoji. She didn't notice me standing behind her. I didn't even think. I just snapped a quick photo of her screen before walking away. My heart was pounding so hard I could barely breathe. Project Claire? What did that even mean? I excused myself and told them I wasn't feeling well. They laughed. "Of course you're not," Megan said, rolling her eyes. Everyone chuckled. That's when I left. No tears, no drama, just quiet rage. That night, I couldn't sleep. I stared at the photo I took of her phone and started digging. Over the next few days, I pieced things together. Subtle clues, random slips from group messages, and screenshots I'd saved without even realizing how useful they'd become. It turned out that Project Claire wasn't a one-time joke. It was an entire group chat created specifically to talk about me. They'd been sharing fake rumors, mocking my messages, and even taking screenshots of private conversations. And the ringleader? Megan, my best friend. But here's the part that made my blood run cold. The game they'd been playing. Every week, they'd challenge each other to get me to reveal something personal, then twist it into something humiliating to share in their group chat. I wasn't just their friend. I was their entertainment. I felt sick, humiliated, but mostly angry. Because while they thought they were laughing behind my back, I was already building my revenge. So I started saving everything, every message, every timestamp, every subtle slip from group messages, and even audio clips of me talking at parties. They'd recorded me. That's when I knew this wasn't just about gossip anymore. It was about control and humiliation. And that night, I decided to end it all, but not with a fight, with proof. I didn't sleep that night. My mind was racing, replaying every laugh, every fake compliment, every whispered moment I had brushed off. All of it suddenly made sense, and I was done being their joke. The next morning, I sat at my desk, opened my laptop, and created a new folder. The Truth. I wasn't just going to expose them, I was going to make sure every lie they told collapsed under its own weight. But I couldn't just throw screenshots online. No, that would make me look bitter or even obsessed. I needed strategy, something smart, quiet, and explosive all at once. So I started planning. Step 1. Gather every piece of proof. I spent hours going through old messages, group chats, and voice notes. I even found a few old screen recordings from months ago, little clips that showed exactly how Megan and the others twisted my words. Step 2. Back up everything. I uploaded it all to a cloud account under a fake name, just in case they tried to delete or deny it later. Step 3. Find the perfect trigger. I didn't want revenge that screamed petty. I wanted precision. I wanted them to feel the same shock I felt when I first saw Project Claire. And the opportunity came faster than I expected. The following Friday, Megan texted me. "Hey, sorry if we've been weird lately. Let's hang this weekend, just like old times. Heart." I stared at my screen, almost laughing. The audacity! She must have thought I was still clueless. "Sure," I replied. "Where?" Her reply came fast. "My place, Saturday, 8 p.m. Just a small group." Perfect. That whole week, I acted normal. I texted in our group chat like nothing had changed, even threw in a few jokes to keep the illusion alive. Meanwhile, I was finalizing my revenge. I edited together a single video, nothing fancy, just a calm, chronological compilation of screenshots, timestamps, voice messages, and clips. Every bit of it perfectly timestamped. No narration, no commentary, just cold, undeniable truth. And I didn't post it online. Not yet. I uploaded it to a private Google Drive link labeled Party Pics. Saturday came. When I arrived at Megan's place, she hugged me like nothing had ever happened. "You look amazing," she said, smiling wide. Behind her, I saw the others, Liam, Tara, and two new people I didn't recognize. They all looked just as fake. I smiled back. "Thanks. Missed you guys." We sat, we talked, we laughed, and I kept my phone close, waiting. Eventually, Megan asked if anyone had cool photos from our last trip. That was my cue. "Oh, I actually uploaded some to Drive. Want me to send the link?" "Sure," she said, grabbing her phone. I sent the link, the one labeled Party Pics. Not even 10 seconds later, I saw her expression shift. Her smile froze. Her fingers hesitated above her screen. "Uh, what is this?" she asked, voice trembling. I tilted my head. "What's wrong?" Liam leaned over to look, then Tara. Their faces drained of color. One by one, they realized what they were watching. The messages, the screenshots, the voice clips. All of it. Megan started, her voice cracking. "You can't—" "Oh, but I can," I said quietly, "because I didn't fake anything. It's all yours. Every word, every file, every joke you made at my expense." The room was silent except for the soft sound of the video still playing. Then Tara muttered, "You're crazy." "Maybe, but I'm not the one who started a game called Project Claire." No one spoke. Megan tried to act tough, crossing her arms. "What do you want? An apology?" I smiled. "No, I want the truth in your own words." I opened my phone and hit record. "Say it. Say what you did." She hesitated, glancing at the others. "Fine," she said finally, her voice shaking. "We made a group chat. We joked around. It got out of hand, but it wasn't. Stop, I cut her off. I don't need excuses. I ended the recording and stood up. You can keep pretending you're the victim, but tomorrow, everyone's going to see who you really are. Their faces twisted in confusion. What do you mean? Liam asked. I held up my phone. That video you just watched? It's already shared, scheduled to go public at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Every file, every message, everything. Panic set in. Megan's eyes went wide. Claire, no, you can't! Don't worry, I said coldly. I blurred personal info. I'm not cruel. I just want people to know what kind of friends you really are. I turned to leave, but before I did, I looked back and said, next time, don't make someone your punchline unless you're ready to be the headline. Then I walked out. By the time I got home, my phone was blowing up. Calls, messages, voicemails. I ignored them all. I sat on my bed, staring at my screen, my heart still pounding. For the first time in months, I felt calm. But what happened the next morning, I didn't expect that at all. When I woke up the next morning, my phone was vibrating nonstop. Notifications flooded the screen. Messages, missed calls, tags, even a few emails. For a second, I thought maybe it was a glitch. Then I saw the first text. Claire, it's everywhere. I opened my browser, and there it was. The video. The truth about Project Claire. It had been shared dozens of times already. People from my old college group chats, mutuals, even strangers were reposting it. Somehow, the private link had leaked earlier than scheduled, and it had already crossed 50,000 views overnight. At first, I panicked. This wasn't supposed to happen yet. I had planned to control the rollout carefully, maybe post it anonymously, let people connect the dots slowly. But someone must have shared it early. I refreshed again. Comments poured in. They really made a group chat to bully her? That voice note? Wow, she handled that too calmly. Project Claire? These people are monsters. And then another one. I can't believe I used to follow Megan. Unsubscribed instantly. My heart raced. It was spreading faster than I could process. I clicked on the view counter again. 120,000 now. I hadn't eaten, hadn't even brushed my teeth, just sat there staring at the chaos I'd unleashed. Then the calls started again. First from Megan, then Liam, then Tara. I didn't answer any of them. But when I got a call from an unknown number, I hesitated. Hello? A voice I didn't recognize said, Hi, is this Claire? This is Emily from the Streamline podcast. We saw your video circulating online. Would you be open to talking about it on our show? I froze. My little revenge folder had somehow become a full-blown viral scandal. I didn't know whether to laugh or panic. I'll think about it, I said quietly. As soon as I hung up, another notification popped up. Someone had tagged me in a post. I clicked it. It was a screenshot of Megan's Instagram story. She was crying, saying I had taken things too far, that she was being harassed because of my lies. Lies? That word snapped something inside me. I opened my own notes app and typed out a post. If anyone still thinks I'm lying, here's the full folder. Every screenshot, every message, every clip, untouched. Believe what you see. Then I attached the link, the same one from before, and hit post. Within minutes, it was everywhere. People dissected it, analyzed timestamps, zoomed in on every chat bubble. Hashtags started trending. Hashtag Project Claire. Hashtag Receipts Don't Lie. Hashtag Digital Revenge. But amid all the attention, something unexpected happened. My DMs filled with messages. Not hate, but support. Thank you for posting this. I went through something similar. You handled it with class, respect. This made me rethink the people I trust. For the first time, the internet didn't feel cruel. It felt like justice. Still, I knew it couldn't last. Around noon, I got an email, a legal one. Cease and desist from Megan's lawyer. They were threatening to sue for defamation and emotional distress. I read it twice, then smiled. The thing about truth is, it's bulletproof. I forwarded the email to my friend Jordan, who worked in media law. He called me 5 minutes later. "Claire, relax," he said. "They don't have a case. Everything you posted is real, time-stamped, and verified. You're safe. Honestly, they should be more worried about their reputations." That reassurance felt like armor. By 3 p.m., the video had crossed 800,000 views. Major YouTubers were reacting to it. Some analyzed the drama, others discussed how fake friendships could turn toxic online. A few even called it the most satisfying revenge of 2025. Meanwhile, Megan went completely silent. Her accounts disappeared one by one, private, then deleted. Liam posted some vague apology about being manipulated, and Tara tried to pivot the narrative, claiming they'd just been joking. But no one believed them anymore. I watched quietly as everything unfolded, not saying a word. I didn't need to. The truth was loud enough. That night, I sat outside on my apartment balcony, watching the city lights. My phone buzzed again, a message from an old classmate I hadn't spoken to in years. "You did what most people only dream of doing, standing up for yourself. Respect." I didn't reply, but it made me smile. For the first time, the power balance had shifted. But deep down, I knew it wasn't over yet, because revenge, once it starts, doesn't always end where you expect it to, and I was about to find out just how far the fallout could reach. Around midnight, I got another notification, one that made my stomach drop. Someone had uploaded a new video. Title: "The Real Story Behind Project Claire, Exposing the Manipulator." The thumbnail had my face on it. I clicked it, and there she was, Megan, sitting in front of a camera, tears in her eyes, saying, "I need to tell my side." My pulse spiked. I hadn't expected her to fight back this fast or this publicly. The first few seconds of her video showed screenshots too, but edited, cropped, and twisted to make me look like the villain. She called me a control freak, a pathological liar, said I manipulated the screenshots to get sympathy. And as I watched the view count on her video rise by the second, one realization hit me hard. This wasn't over. Not even close. The moment I saw Megan's video climbing past 100,000 views, I knew the game had changed. She wasn't just defending herself, she was reframing the entire narrative. Her tears looked convincing, her voice cracked in all the right places, and worst of all, she had edited those screenshots so well that anyone watching casually would think I was the manipulative one. Comments started flooding in. Maybe Claire was exaggerating. "We only heard one side, guys." Both of them seemed toxic, TBH. That last one hit hard because I knew it was exactly what she wanted, not to win, but to muddy the truth, to make people doubt. I stared at the screen for a full minute, then opened my Drive folder, the one with everything. Full resolution screenshots, raw video files, the complete voice notes. She could twist things, but she couldn't erase reality. Still, I wasn't going to upload another angry response. That's what she expected. Instead, I needed precision, something quiet, clean, and final. I called Jordan. "She's playing the victim," I said, "and she's good at it." He sighed. "Yeah, I saw the video. Don't panic. We'll handle this strategically. Do you still have all your timestamps?" "Every single one." "Good. Then you're untouchable. Let's give her enough rope to hang herself." That phrase stuck with me. So I waited. For 2 days, I said nothing. Megan's video continued to spread. Influencers started making reaction content, calling it a he said, she said situation. Some even joked about it. But the more people talked, the more obvious the inconsistencies in her story became. Viewers started noticing things: background sounds that didn't match her timeline, chat bubbles that had different font spacing. A few Reddit threads popped up titled, "Megan's Fake Evidence Breakdown." I didn't write those threads, but I didn't have to. Truth has a way of resurfacing when you stop chasing it. By the end of the week, things were spiraling again, but this time against her. Still, I had one last move left. I opened my editing software, loaded the original files, and created a short compilation. Not a rant, not a breakdown, just raw screen recordings with timestamps. No narration, no dramatic music, just facts. The title? Here's Everything. Make up your own mind. When I uploaded it, I didn't even tag her name. I didn't post it on any platform. I just dropped the link quietly in the same Reddit thread where people were discussing her inconsistencies. And then I closed my laptop. By the next morning, the video had over 1 million views. This time, the comments were different. No editing, no commentary, just receipts. She tried to lie, and it backfired spectacularly. This is what digital justice looks like. I didn't smile. Not yet. Because I knew Megan. She wasn't the type to admit defeat. Sure enough, by evening, she posted one last video. It was short, shaky, and clearly recorded on her phone. She looked tired, her makeup smudged, her eyes red. She didn't cry this time. She didn't even apologize. She just said, "You all got what you wanted. I'm done. Congratulations, Claire." Then, she deleted all her accounts. Just like that. Silence. For the first time in months, the notifications stopped. No mentions, no comments, no pings at 3 a.m. I thought I'd feel victorious, but the quiet felt heavy. A few days later, Jordan called. "She's gone off social media completely," he said. "Deleted everything. You won." "Yeah, I guess I did." He paused. "You okay?" "I don't know. I thought I'd feel better." That night, I opened my old folders one last time. The screenshots, the recordings, the endless proof. All the pieces of award that had consumed months of my life. Then, without overthinking, I selected the entire folder and dragged it into the trash. Delete. For the first time, I didn't need evidence to feel secure. The world already knew the truth. But just when I thought it was all behind me, I got a message. It wasn't from anyone I knew, just a blank profile with a single text. "You should have checked the backup." I froze. My heart skipped. "What backup?" I whispered. Seconds later, another message arrived. A link. I hesitated, then clicked it. It led to an anonymous post on a gossip forum, the same place the drama had started weeks ago. But this time, it wasn't about Megan. It was about me. Someone had uploaded a private video from my old cloud drive, something I'd forgotten even existed. It wasn't incriminating, but it was personal. Embarrassing, something I'd never wanted public. The caption read, "Guess karma's digital too." I stared at it for a long time, part horror, part disbelief. Then, slowly, I realized what must have happened. Megan hadn't gone completely silent. She'd backed up everything before deleting her accounts. Every screenshot, every file, every message mirrored somewhere else. She had lost the war in public, but behind the scenes, she'd left a parting gift. The next morning, I reported the post. It got taken down within hours. But the message it left me with was permanent. Digital revenge never really ends. Because once you drag someone into the fire, you both walk out burned. That's when I finally logged out of everything. Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, all of it. For the first time in years, I felt free. Not because I'd won, but because I'd stopped playing. The final words I wrote before shutting my laptop for good were simple. Screenshots may last forever, but so does the fallout. And that was the truth no one really talks about. Revenge online isn't about victory, it's about survival. Because in the digital age, every secret has a screenshot and every lie leaves a log.